All right, everybody. Let's see what we get when we turn on the radio.
Outside the snow is falling and friends are...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the queen of swing, the first lady of song, Ella Fitzgerald, who I had the privilege of seeing in person perform at Ruby Diamond Auditorium. There's a name for you, Ruby Diamond Auditorium, in Tallahassee, Florida. I don't know, it was like maybe 1987, maybe 1989, 1986. It was wonderful. She was wasted away. I suppose if I didn't know how big she used to be, I wouldn't have thought of her as wasted away. Not young, I would have thought, but looking back, and knowing how big she used to be, she was in the throes of the illness that killed her. She sounded incredibly wonderful. She was very gracious with the audience. I was in awe. I wish I remembered for sure, but in the first act, she wore a color, I don't know, let's say it was green, with a matching hanky. And then in the second act, let's say it was yellow, she wore a yellow gown with a yellow hanky. And she had to, I don't know if she blew her nose on stage, but she had to wipe her nose. There might have been one or two sniffs or, I don't know. But she wasn't in her best voice, but she was at the top of her artistry. Well, I don't know. To me, everything Ella Fitzgerald did was artistic. Every musical decision was artistic. And I was going to say she was at the top of her game when I saw her, but she was at the top of the game with every recording I've ever heard. And her style was to never do a song in the same way. She always wanted to change it. And with the myriad versions of these songs that I've heard live and recorded, same songs over and over, every single choice she made was just, artistic to me. So the first lady of song, Ella Fitzgerald, was singing Outside the Snow is Falling and Friends Are Calling You Who, one of our Christmas favorites, expressing one of our themes of the cold of the year, in which, of course, Christ is the light and brings light into the darkness. Of course, now we just talk about the cold. We don't talk about in the bleak midwinter when the world was changed. But anyway, so we've got the coldness of winter and the First Lady of Song, Ella Fitzgerald. And that is our song for this recording. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I always like to hear Ella Fitzgerald, as you can tell from the way I just spoke about her. But if you haven't discovered Ella Fitzgerald, you need to, unless of course you're deaf. But if you're not deaf, you need to discover Ella Fitzgerald. And I wish you and yours a Merry Christmas.